Hello, everyone. Hello, Internet. We're going to play some games. I'm going to watch. I'm going to produce. I'm going to let Kat take over this amazing game because we are on the continuation of Bunny Quest. And let's see what happens. So I'm going to give it the only thing we want to make sure is I'm making sure to put all of these playlists on our YouTube and on our Twitch. I haven't put this one on VOD yet. I think I'd like to kind of get them all done, and then I'll put them in chronological order. Haven't spoken in like half an hour, and all of a sudden, I'm just spewing vowels and consonants. So we will. I will put those together so that Bunny Quest will have its own little section there on our YouTube and our Twitch. So stay tuned for that because we don't know. This could be part 2, and then there might be a part 3. It depends. Depends on what these guys want to do. So I'm going to give this right over to Kat, our amazing dungeon master. It is all yours, ma'am.
Hello, I'm Kat, and I'm the dungeon master. That was already said. Bunny Quest. It takes place in the Feywild, using the new UA Rabbit Folk race. They have a couple of fun things about them. They have very high initiative. They can hop, as you would expect, and they have a little tiny bit of bunny luck. Does it compare to halfling luck? No, it doesn't. Halflings are basically gods. Everybody should play halflings more. I digress. On our last adventure of Bunny Quest, the bunnies were doing their daily patrol in the Warren when they discovered 3 red caps, which I believe that Kari readily identified. Oh, it was Kane. Okay. As a dangerous fey creatures who should not have been able to get into the Warren because of the guardian protecting magic of the Iris Spheroids. The Iris Spheroids are about yay big, and they're kind of pointy-ish on one end and rounder on the other, and they're various they're Easter eggs. At any rate, they talked to the Queen of Carrot Flowers after handily defeating the Red Cap menace, who revealed to them that a second Lieutenant Blackaver of the Guard must have been the one to steal the Iris Spheroids because they are worth a good deal of money, which is a totally foreign concept to the bunnies. They work on a barter system, mostly involving carrots. Anyway, after giving them some exciting weapons, they set them off into the Feywild, where they tried to track down the second lieutenant. However, they got to some running water and lost the tracks. Field Marshal Fluffernufer, and we'll be getting to what everybody is named in a second, happened upon a party, and because he's a very serious military type, he didn't want a party. The satyr running the party disagreed with that as a notion. A fight broke out. Lots of people died. David Bowie references were made. And we pick up now where we left off, with them trying to decide if they want to press forward to consult a semi-mythical feature called Jenny Cottontail, or if they want to take a rest. I'm going to have everybody introduce their characters and themselves in whichever order they feel like. And we'll start with Michael, who's normally the DM around here.
Yes, hello, I'm Michael. Usually the DM around here, but today I'm very happy to be stepping into the shoes of a player. And I am playing Field Marshal Fluffernufer. He's a rabbit folk paladin following let me make sure I get this right. The Oath of Oath of Conquest, that's what it is. I'm the founder and sole member of the Special Hair Service. I don't like nonsense. I don't like parties, but I do like defending the Warren from all outside threats, and that's what I'm here to do. So I'll give my salute, click my big heels together, and pass it on.
All right. Next up, we have Nick.
Hello, I am Nick, and I am playing Cain Goria, or Goria. I don't weird Celtic name. That's what I get for doing that. Anyways, he is the ranger of the bunch. He's a monster slayer, so he is all about protecting the Warren from all kinds of monsters that threaten. So, yep.
All right. And then we have Dallas.
Hey, I'm Dallas, and playing a rabbit folk, Kari Brynjar. She's a barbarian following the path of wild magic, sort of related to I called it a war shaman, due to her ritualistic nature of getting into that sort of what they call rage. Hers is more of like a happy place, really, that she gets to smashy with, and doesn't really seem like much of a rage then, to her at least. So she's been having some fun hopping around with the crew lately. Definitely taking her fair share of hits and hopefully dealing back what she can.
Nice. And finally, we have special guest star. If this was like a 70s movie, that's how you'd be announced. Christina.
Hello, I am playing Tallulah S. Hopper. The S stands for Scorching because I am a dragonborn sorcerer. I am
You're a rabbit folk.
I am rabbit folk.
Yes.
Dragon
Yeah.
sorcerer. We know what I mean. Maybe. I am small in stature, yet I can potentially be quite intimidating.
That is something to note about this particular race. Rabbit folk can be either small or medium size. Most everybody picked medium, but Christina picked small, which has been played out a couple of times now, like the relative tininess of your character. At any rate, we do pick up in the clearing, which is covered in party decorations and also blood. What would you all like to do? You did just hear the hooting of the superb owl, and you know that if you follow it, you will get to the lair of Jenny Cottontail.
But does the superb owl fly daily, you said?
The superb owl does fly daily. It's just a question of how important do you think it is to like get a move on?
Well, I fear I am spent in more ways than one. My health is near the end. I have no more lay on hands. I have only like 5 of them, and all my spells are gone except for one. What do you think?
Yeah. I could definitely use a rest, I guess, if everyone else thinks so.
I'm definitely down for a rest. I'm pretty beat up.
Yeah.
Let's just not stay here. We could like hop away a little bit first, maybe.
Sounds like a plan. As we all look to Cain, who's just like in perfect condition.
I may not have taken any damage, but I am spent in terms of spells. Well, most of them.
All right, then it's agreed. All right, where to though?
Well, we can
Good question. You're out
go
in
down
the
the trail
middle
a
of
little ways. Yeah.
Perhaps we could bivouac close to where the superb owl takes wing, so it'll be easier to find tomorrow.
I like it.
So if anybody wants to track down like closer to where the owl flies, go ahead and make a survival check.
Sure, I will do that.
Yeah.
Oof. I rolled poorly. Rolled an 8.
Oh, not 1. No, wait, not a 7. It looks like a 1, so it's a 7. 10.
Well, that's not great.
Nope.
You do like think that you're heading towards the superb owl, but then you realize pretty quickly you're not, and now you're lost out in the woods, alone, in the strange realm of the Feywild. I mean, you all grew up in the Feywild. You thought you understood the Feywild, but this is not what you understand. Everything is immense here and beautiful, but also equally seems to be dangerous. The trees have threatening faces on them. You can occasionally see malevolent eyes glaring at you through the forest. And you swear you occasionally hear the stomping of iron boots. Perhaps following you from where you left.
Uh-oh.
Tallulah like takes her robes and wraps them a little bit farther around her and kind of hunches, trying to kind of make herself smaller, and like tries to like get like in the shadow of one of the bigger bunnies.
I propose that we hide ourselves somewhere along the trail.
Yes, hide. Run away. No,
Yes.
hide. Yes.
As it pains me to say it, but we're in no shape to fight. We should take cover somewhere and easily defendable and shelter and then rest for the night.
Okay.
Good idea.
So the first thing I'd like is a group stealth check to see if you can manage to creep off through the bushes without anything horrible noticing you.
That's
Awesome.
a little bit better.
I like the look on Dallas's face, like that's not happening.
That's that one.
Oof.
Please love me, D20.
Oh, man.
15.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
8.
All right. Well, luckily, 2 of you passed the DC.
Oh,
So, as a group stealth, that's enough.
Thank you.
Carrie says thank you really loudly, and the 2 of you that succeed on stealth are like, shh.
That's the nat one, yeah. That makes total sense.
All right. You do manage to find a place to camp. I would like another survival check to see how well you can hide your campground.
Oh, that's a lot better. Natural 20 on my end. So
Okay.
26.
Unnatural 20 on mine.
that's a group one, you're saying?
No. It only needed to be one person, but we have 2 people that have gotten like ridiculously high rolls on it.
Good,
So
because my survival sucks.
yeah. Not everybody has to make every roll, but the stealth, it had to be everybody because you're all trying to creep through the bushes. And so you couldn't just rely on one person that's good at it.
The S stands for sneaky.
Indeed. So everybody, go ahead and take a long rest at this point because you do manage to, with those 20s, I'm not going to be like, yeah, and then things show up in the night because I'm being a jerk. You managed to hide your campground. Is there anything you want to talk about while you're camping or just head on to the next day?
Well,
I would have to say, if the owl tends to be an issue finding it because we're lost currently, do we have a backup plan?
It's a good question because you do feel as though you're probably severely lost now and you're not sure if you're going to ever find that owl.
Well, all we need to do is find Jenny Cottontail. She's the one the owl would lead us to in the first place. Perhaps we could ask for directions.
From who?
Oh, I don't know. We'll find some friendly passerby. Perhaps.
Well, and if they're not friendly, I'll intimidate them.
Precisely.
right then. Well, we can do that and maybe hope to find some sort of trail.
Force it out of them.
Force it out of them. That's always a good idea. That's a good way to make friends.
Who said we were making friends?
Well, I mean, usually if you ask directions of somebody, you want them to like you.
We'll try it their way first, then we'll do it my way if it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
We could hire a guide. Pay them
Something
in
like that.
carrots.
As far as I know, everyone it's carrots. Not everyone is like us. Strange, but oh well.
Well, they'll probably accept a carrot-based payment.
How could they
They're
not?
good for your eyesight, you know.
I don't get how they couldn't like carrots. Doesn't make sense.
Carrots are awesome.
That they are.
All right. So you do manage to get your long rest in, and you're probably going to head out in the morning. How do you want to try to find somebody to give you directions?
I mean,
Are there any heavily traveled footpaths or fresh tracks?
You could certainly try to make some more survival checks. Sorry, there's going to be so many survival checks because you're lost in the woods and you fluffed yourself into this problem, and now you have to fluff yourself back out of it.
yep. Well, do you want to take it, Ellis, or
Kane's
do
been
you want me to?
so far, so go for it.
Sure.
One of you could assist the other one.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just assist you.
So
Okay.
roll with advantage.
Okay, first roll was better with a 19.
Great. You do manage to find a footpath, which leads you to a clearing. And in the clearing, you see a small, he's not really a rabbit. He's got cloven hooves and gray skin and very long gray hair. But he does have whiskers, so that makes you feel positive. And he's having his extremely long hair brushed out by a little, how to describe what this thing is. If you remember those quicklings from yesterday, it looks like them, but it can fly, and it seems much friendlier and sparklier. None of them have, like, properly long ears like you do. Everything's ears have been short and stunted and pointy so far. It's very strange.
Cousins? With cousins, perhaps? Distant relatives?
Well, as you are looking, you just see it. You see the little fairy just flying around, combing the bigger thing's hair. Like I said, neither of them are particularly big, but anybody that wants to can always try to figure out what they are. I forget. With Kane, do you have a favorite enemy, or did you do the new? You did the new options.
Nope, he is Kenny.
Okay. So you can go ahead and make a nature check if you'd like to, or
Sure.
Arcana.
I will try nature.
I could do Arcana.
Okay, go for it.
Oof, I rolled terribly. 6.
Yeah, you don't know what these are. They're definitely not rabbit folk.
It's a rabbit folk. I got a nat 1.
Okay. It's clearly a rabbit folk that has somehow like reduced the size of his ears, and the fur on the top of his head grows too long.
How
It's weird.
strange.
He must have clipped his ears.
Something
Well,
like that.
Why would he do that?
Disguise.
I'll address them.
And you also see that the clearing has several large rock-like formations. Just to cut a description short, it looks a lot like Stonehenge.
Strange.
Okay, but Field
You
Marshal
almost wonder how those
Fluffernuffler-
stones could be.
Yeah, Fluffernuffler's a rush right in type. Like he doesn't.
Sure, that worked out well the last time.
Oh, didn't it? We'll just head right to the middle of the clearing. Good day.
That is yet to be determined. Woo!
Yes.
The joke, sir. The sprite says it continues to comb out the creature's hair.
Yes, I am Field Marshal Fluffernuff of the Special Hair Service. These are my associates. I don't
Hair
know if anybody-
service, you say?
Yes.
I have a great deal of hair.
Ah. Well, I am a hare. Or rabbit, rather. I would like to be a hare, though. It's
I
sort of.
believe they are one and the same. Slightly different,
I believe.
slight differences, but similar.
Hares, I think, are different. Bit more nomadic, bit more wild.
Ah, I see. H-A-R-E, not H-A-I-R.
Correct, sir.
You are correct, sir.
Ah.
Well, unfortunately, we appear to be rather lost, and we are wondering if you could point us the way to Jenny Cottontail.
Jenny
We're hoping to meet with her.
Cottontail. Jenny. I mean, I could direct you to her, but are you sure you want to go there? She's incredibly dangerous.
Ah, well, needs must, I'm afraid.
Okay. Nope. Do you know where the superb owl is?
We were also looking for that, but we became terribly lost.
Yes. Well, what you want to do is you want to head back to, listen for the music, which oddly enough I haven't heard lately. But listen to the music of Stardust. Follow back to where that music is. He'll tell you he wants to party forever, but he really just wants to party for a couple hours and he'll give you presents. Ah, he's a great guy, Stardust. Best friend of mine, really. You head back.
You don't say.
He'll take you to the Superb Owl. If you party with him a little bit, I guarantee he'll walk you personally to Jenny's lair.
Oh.
He's good friends with her too. Ha ha!
So it's just past his clearing, you say?
Yep, correct. Which once again, you usually can just follow the music to it. Weirdly quiet.
And
All right, we will.
what direction would that clearing be in from here?
Well, I guess I can take you back there. I mean, I haven't seen Stardust for a little bit, and his parties are always the best.
Well, then we must party together.
Indeed.
Don't believe
I
it
like
would
to
be
boogie.
necessary to. If you just tell us which direction to go, I think that we would be able to find it.
I don't know. Usually it would be better to accompany you.
No, we wouldn't want to interrupt
Inconvenience you.
your haircut.
Okay, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Can I assist since I tried to?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm doing persuasion. All right, so I got a +3, and I'm doing this is with advantage.
Yep.
Okay, so first is a 15. Second is a 14. So 15 is the higher one.
Okay. Well, giving verbal directions, that is a difficult one. You head back basically the way you came, and hopefully you'll hear the music at some point, and you follow that, and that's where it is.
All right, very good. Thank you. Enjoy your haircut.
I always do. He always does.
And this hair will cut out.
Okay.
And I'll hastily hop back into the woods.
Well, he didn't attack you, but on the other hand, you didn't exactly get the most useful information.
Yeah,
You kind
well,
of wound up back where you were to begin with.
that's okay. It's something. Yeah, we really messed up earlier, didn't we?
I wonder why he always says let's party forever. Oh, because he's on drugs. Oh yeah.
Well,
If you'd asked him his name, it was Claude, and you musical theater geeks out there might understand why. It's hair.
I've not seen hair.
Okay. So yeah. So kind of back to square one again.
Okay.
Well, is there any music?
Not that you hear.
Not gonna be.
How about now?
Not so much.
All right, well, let's go back to the clearing and I guess see what we can
You
do.
can try to find it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make another survival check. This time out, you can't really assist because you're getting more and more lost.
Oh God.
Yes.
8.
It's not great.
No.
Okay. So you move further into the woods, which keeps getting spookier and creepier and worse and worse. The ground begins to suck at your feet, which is nothing that you've experienced before.
Okay,
And there are various...
Pulling the fur on my feet.
Yeah, it's not pleasant. If you're going barefoot, you are regretting that decision now for the first time in your little rabbit life.
Hope this is the way.
It's like slurping, sucking sounds as you're moving through this dark, dank swamp. You swear to goodness, you see the figure of a female rabbit folk watching you from up in the trees for a moment, but then when you go to look, she's gone.
Perhaps that's Jenny Cottontail.
There's a possibility.
Could we maybe go stay somewhere and wait for her to come to us?
Do you want to just wait around out here in the swamp?
Could I look around to see if there is any sort of like signs of life of any kind or?
Sure, go ahead and make a perception check.
Sure. Come on, dice. Really, dice? 14.
By the way, I'm using the D&D Beyond combat tracker like crazy right now as I try to rebuild encounters on the fly. I wasn't kidding. Like, some of this stuff is going to be dependent on your decisions.
Yeah.
What did you roll on your perception?
14.
Okay. You see strange little lights drifting around out here.
Strange lights. Huh.
Not fireflies.
No, these seem different than fireflies. You don't really understand what they are. Although, if anybody wants to, you can make religion checks.
Good with
Okay at that.
I missed the lightning bugs.
-1, so I don't think I'll do it. Any
be a
more
straight roll
signs?
for me.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying religion would be a straight roll for me. So
Anybody who wants to can make one.
I can give it a shot, I guess.
Yeah, it'll just be a straight roll for me too.
Oh, 19.
His is better.
Okay. Those are will-o-wisps. They are dangerous. You should probably not follow them.
Yeah, no, those are not friendly.
Oh, they're so pretty.
They are, but they are quite dangerous.
It's like it's calling to me.
I would not follow it.
So if we see them, we stay away.
Yes.
All right, let's continue searching for that Jenny Cottontail.
So if you continue to move through the swamps, you do eventually come across a strange little man with dark, oily skin sitting on a log watching you.
Well, I guess we can ask him.
Seems like a trustworthy enough fellow.
That's
Hello there,
the noise
sir.
he's making for no good reason.
Yeah, because Field Marshal, you've been spot on so far all the time.
Why, thank you.
The S is for sarcastic.
Yes, it is.
So Field Marshal Fluffernuffer, you're approaching this man,
Oh yeah.
squatting on the log. He's eating a raw fish right now.
Oh, great. Hello there, sir.
Hello there, sir.
I am Field Marshal Fluffernufer, Special Hair Service. Pleased to meet you.
Why?
Well, just good to meet make your acquaintance there, sir.
You don't know that yet. It might be horrible to meet my acquaintance. This might be the worst day of your life for all you know.
Well, I prefer to keep an optimistic point of view. My personal philosophy there.
And as your personal philosophy, ain't mine.
Very good.
You want to know my personal philosophy?
Please. Okay. Well, my friends and I are traversing the swamp, searching for Jenny Cottontail, and we appear to have gotten quite lost. Do you happen to know where she is?
Yep.
Oh, splendid. Could you bring us to her then?
Nope.
Give us some directions, perhaps.
Nope.
Do anything at all to help us.
Maybe.
What would that be?
Want some tea?
Not particularly. Maybe you
It's
could
not poisoned.
just... Okay, very good. I was not suggesting it was.
A little
Perhaps you
poisoned.
could...
It's
Perhaps you
entirely
could...
made of poison.
Perhaps you could simply point out where Jenny Cottontail is, and
You want some?
no, I'll rather not. Thank you.
Maybe some of your friends want some. Or if you want some poison tea,
Well, what do you
it's
think?
got poison in it.
I don't believe any of my friends do want it. No.
At this point, I'm going to come rushing forward, grab the fish out of his hands,
Oh, that's my fish.
and get in his face using intimidation. You will tell us where she is. And then I start talking in abyssal as well, just like cursing him out and calling him different names.
Gotcha.
And-
When you try to squeeze him, he like disappears into a pile of sticky oil. The sticky oil comes out of his lower half,
All right.
and then he reappears up in a tree. I don't like being shaken.
I'm still like just cursing him out and calling him names in abyssal. Cat, come on, move. Not you, cat, my
You're
cat.
a rude bunny, so I don't like you. Bye-bye. And he hops up into a tree and disappears.
Well, I'm afraid. We tried the carrot and the stick, and neither worked.
Maybe if you drunk his poison.
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I could possibly climb a tree and see if I can get a higher vantage point.
You could attempt climbing a tree.
Sure, I will attempt it.
Requires an athletics check, but it's a very low DC because these trees are twisted and gnarled and easy to climb.
12.
Okay, you do manage to climb up a tree.
Okay.
Now I'm guessing that you're trying to locate the house of Jenny Cottontail.
Yes. Or any sort of sign of the sort.
No problem. Go ahead and make a perception check.
On.
Why did I do a character that burps all the time? That was a horrible idea on my part. Whew. Okay.
15.
Okay, 15. You are pretty sure that if you go back down into the swamp, you'll be able to find her place. You do see what looks like a clearing up ahead with a cottage in it.
Oh, okay. So I will make my way down and be like, okay, I think I found it, and start heading towards it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a survival check. You can have assistance.
Go for it.
Okay. First roll was okay. Is this any better? It is 23.
Okay.
There we go.
You managed to find your way back to a path. The path is a little strange. It seems to be lined with you're used to paths made of stone or dirt. On close inspection, and I'll just say you know this because of how high that survival was, this is definitely made out of bone.
Ew.
But there are also lollipops.
Interesting.
Very, very large lollipops that are like the size of your head.
Not really sure what kind of aesthetic she's going for. Is she trying to scare people or lure them in with candy?
Maybe both.
These are just things that she likes.
It's possible.
That's what I put around my place.
Now, there is
I like
some
the
carrot
idea of
cake.
Kari
Envy.
decorating their place with bones and lollipops. Like, this is normal.
It's fun.
For a second, you swear to goodness that you see that same strange woman up in one of the trees, but then she disappears when you look out at her again.
Jenny, if you're around, we need to talk to you. I will say this out loud. To the ether.
In response to that, several strange creatures step out of the shadows around you.
All right.
You're surprised that you didn't spot them up until now, but there they are.
Oh.
They are hooded creatures. 2 of them are the size of most of you, and the other 8 are the size of Tallulah.
Wow.
You seek Jenny Cottontail. Why?
We were hoping for some information on a fellow like ourselves. She may know of his whereabouts.
Specifics are important.
One second Lieutenant Blackover.
The white rabbit with the black spots. And the other one that's medium sized says, or is it the black rabbit with the white spots?
It's always been the question.
What has he done that you are seeking him out?
Well, it seems that he may have stolen precious items of ours. I don't know if you know of the Iris Spheroids.
We are aware. They are stolen, are they?
It seems so.
This is good information for us, thank you.
I'm sure it is.
You
But
can
we would like
see-
those back, so...
Understood, Rabbit. And how quickly do you think you'll get them back?
Depends on how useful Jenny is.
Indeed.
I would appreciate it if you don't attack our village while we're gone.
You shouldn't have told us that the Iris Spheroids were missing. Now we know.
That is true. It seems you prefer the truth, but I may have divulged a little too much.
Always good to only say as much as is necessary out here in the wood.
Good to know.
Goodbye, little rabbits. We shall see each other again, I'm sure. One goes up very close to Fluffer and whispers in your ear, "We know what you did, and we will have our revenge." And then they disappear back into the wood.
Well, Kane, that was, I must say, exceedingly foolish of you.
They wished for more information, but I may have divulged too much.
I think you did.
I guess my wisdom... I'm not as wise as I thought I was.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll attack the Warren. we should find Jenny Cottontail and then see if maybe we need to double back and defend the Warren.
Seems so.
Okay. So you can continue down this path, and you do eventually come to the cottage of Jenny Cottontail. It is a low, sort of squatted structure, but it also does have candy all over it. And the front of the house, around the door, is basically what looks like the mouth of a screaming rabbit. She sends a lot of mixed signals.
That's
That's
terrifying, actually.
pleasant.
If you approach, the door opens by itself.
And as it opens by itself, Tallulah jumps behind one of the bigger rabbits.
It's fair.
This is right out of the Nightmare Hop in the Los Angeles Bunny Museum, if anyone's ever been there. Got to shout out. I have not been myself. My sister went and said it was very good, so I got to shout out Los Angeles Bunny Museum.
Okay.
And they have a whole scary section called the Nightmare Hop to check out, which this seems very familiar to.
Fair enough.
Very
I was
similar.
I was unfamiliar with it, but I believe that this is probably similar.
I saw the outside of it. It's very cool.
By the way, it is at this point that the superb owl flies overhead. Indeed, the owl is superb. Various frogs in the woods start going, "What's up? What's up? What's up?" And then after the superb owl moves along, the frogs cease. You do hear something else say, and Sylvan like, "I used to think that that was fun, but I'm sick of those frogs."
I could imagine it would be quite tiring after a few times.
Meanwhile, the mouth of the horrified bunny hut gapes open in front of you.
Well, I think we should go inside.
So it seems. Should probably be with haste.
Yes,
Step
that
through.
seems to be the bravest thing to do, so I will do that.
Right after you, Field Marshal.
Thank you. And I'll go.
Okay. The nearly impenetrable darkness of the door gives way once you step through it to a excuse me, room with a sign that is lighted behind it. Basically, it's behind a desk, and there is a lighted sign and several drawings on the wall. There is a sign that says over those drawings, tattoos. And behind the desk, it says Rotten Tails Tattoo Parlor. The rabbit that you had seen, or the rabbit folk you had seen up in the trees, stands behind the desk. She is wearing a mask that makes it impossible to tell what she's thinking. Come in if you're coming in, or go if you're going.
Yes, we'll head on in.
Good.
What kind of tattoos?
Do you actually ask her that, or are you just curious?
Yeah, no. I actually asked that.
Oh, yeah, magical tattoos. You want them, I got them. I mean, they cost you something, but I got them. She takes off her mask at this point. She is a white rabbit with several stars around her eye. I've been watching you go through the woods. You have not been making a good impression.
No, not really.
Well, we're trying our best, but yes, we've made quite a few mistakes.
That's okay. Most of the people around here, most of the Fae folk are not that enthusiastic about when you murder their favorite singer. But don't worry, that'll stay between me and you.
What?
Well,
Do what?
The satyr you killed out in the woods? Real popular guy.
Yeah, it's certainly getting to seem that way.
quite the misunderstanding, I assure you.
Yeah, our version's quite different of anyone else's retelling of his stories.
Yes.
I'm certain. Things escalate quickly out here. Emotions run high.
Yep.
And I
So-
think the rabbits. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't often get visitors from the Warren. Usually, everybody's too scared to come out here. It's unfair considering I'm a rabbit folk too, right?
Yep.
Completely.
You must have found a way to make it work quite well. And
Yeah.
I take it you also know why we are really looking for you.
Yep. Anybody that comes out from the Warren usually comes here seeking information. Just like the lieutenant who came out earlier seeking information, trying to find a way to the material realm to sell his little eggs that he called the Iris Spheroids.
Exactly.
Using that little
yes.
protection magic.
Yeah, that's why we are here. We were hoping to catch him before he left.
Don't worry, I've kept my mouth shut about that so nobody will invade your precious little Warren.
Well, that might have been a slip of the tongue on my
That
end.
rabbit's out of the trap now.
I'm afraid so.
Bad.
Well, I don't usually talk to people very often. I don't know why I talked with them.
It happens. You get cocky. You think, well, maybe the people that have been talking haven't been doing a good job. But presumably you're trying to find those things. And maybe get a tattoo. I don't know.
What do they do?
Does each shape have its own thing, or does each tattoo, no matter the shape, have its own thing?
Well, I mean, what they do depends on what you're willing to offer me for them.
Right.
Tallulah starts digging through her bag.
Now, if you want to offer me up a magic item that you currently have, I can give you a magic tattoo. Like, even exchange, no problem. If that's something that you want. Otherwise, I don't know. Firstborn child. Mind you, if you don't produce a firstborn child within 2 years, I just come and kill you. I mean, that's fair.
years.
If we make a deal for a firstborn child and you don't produce a firstborn child, I've got to come kill you. And that's a pain. That's not something I want to do. I want your firstborn children so that I can add to my coven.
Well, we are rather good at making offspring, but I don't think I'm going to accept that bargain.
Oh, well, hold on
I'd
a
be
second.
willing to accept that. I just don't know if I'm gonna find somebody in 2 years.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to find anybody. I'm not going to set you up with anybody. But if the offer you give me is firstborn child, and you don't have a firstborn child, I will kill you. I mean, that's pretty simple. But look how happy the other firstborn children I took are. And she like pulls back a curtain, and you see like 2 other rabbit folk women. Mopsy, Flopsy, tell them that you're happy. And Mopsy looks at you and goes, "We're so happy." And Flopsy said, Flopsy, yeah, I said Mopsy says. Flopsy says, "Yes, we're filled with joy all day long." "Great, now shut up." And she like pulls the curtain back in front of them.
Right
See, great, firstborn children, they love me.
Well,
All right.
There are other things you can give me though. Eyes. I'll take one of your eyes. I'll give you a new eye, a new magic eye. That'd be fun.
I'm not really in the market for a tattoo at the moment. Thank you.
I mean, that's your loss. But if you are interested in a tattoo, let me tell you what the tattoo do. I understand that that's bad English, but on the other hand, or bad Sylvan, but on the other hand, it rhymes. So look, you can get a coiling grasp tattoo. You can get an Eldritch Claw tattoo. You can get a Masquerade tattoo that lets you look like other things. You can get an Illuminator's tattoo, or a Spell Rot tattoo up to third, like middling power. Some people would call it a 3rd level. And if you want a tattoo like that, we can work out what you're willing to pay me. Like I said, give me a magic item, tattoo. no problem. No questions asked. Otherwise, I mean, I do like collecting eyes. She pulls out a jar full of eyes, which I'll turn to look at you. They're all my little precious babies.
Right then.
She puts the jar back away.
So,
Ooh.
I'll give
the
you
only-
another eye, though, a better eye. You'll like your new eye. It'll be made out of wood. It's all things good. Protect you from other evil eyes.
Is that how it works? Okay.
What direction did the other bunny go?
Oh, that's a question that would require a payment. Now, there's a couple ways that you could give me a payment. I mentioned the eyes, mentioned the firstborn, the heart of a Yethound. Do you have one of those on you?
How about a nice carrot?
How about no? Do you know what a Yethound is?
It strikes me as a little familiar. I don't know.
You can go ahead and make Arcana, Nature, Religion. Not religion. Arcana or Nature.
Arcana.
I know
coming up.
Jack. I rolled that one.
Let's see.
Arcana.
Oh, I also not
13.
heard of this creature.
Hound would imply it has something to do with a dog.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't know what this hound is. We did run into I believe it was a blink dog.
Did you bring its heart?
I don't know.
Might
if-
go back, get its heart, and then I can give you directions. Although it did belong to Stardust because they're going to be, there's going to be a lot of mad fake creatures around there looking for you. If that's where it is.
Yeah, I
Oh,
believe it was his dog. Yes.
yeah.
I'd rather we just move on from that. That
I mean,
horrible-
and also the red caps that would have been generated from his blood.
Where can we find this
Yep.
Yethound?
You can find the Yethound at the castle.
Which is, and what castle you mean?
The castle of Fomor McGregor.
Full.
And
One more time.
Fomor McGregor. So it's like Farmer McGregor, except it's Fomor. Fomor McGregor.
Right. So we go there, we find this Yethound, kill it, bring you its heart, and then you'll give us the information we seek.
And then I'll give you the information that you seek.
Well, I think we can at least find this heart for you. It shouldn't be too difficult.
You just have to find the castle.
Could we get some directions?
No.
We're really bad at finding things. I must tell you, we get lost a lot.
I know. It's sad. Especially when you have a ranger with you.
Yeah, I'm not used to this land.
She pulls back the curtain again. Mopsy, Flopsy, cry for the ranger. And they both start crying. Stop crying. She pulls the curtain back again.
Don't think that was necessary, but okay.
It was fun for me, though.
I'm sure it was. Well,
Sure you don't want a tattoo?
what were those tattoos again?
Well, they do some things. And I'll explain them to you in a little bit more depth in just a second. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. I gotta pull back up Tasha's cauldron of everything. Doop-a-doop-dum-dum.
I guess. Yeah.
Let's see. Well, absorbing tattoos are going to cost you way more than what you can afford. So we're not going to talk about absorbing tattoos. They're pretty great. Let's see. There's this one. She's like flipping through her tattoo book. This one only works on wizards. Let's see. What else do I have here for tattoos? Magic tattoos. Let's see. So there's the Illuminator's tattoo. When that's on your skin, you can write with your finger as if it was an ink pen. wow. And everybody will be like, hey, look at that rabbit folk they got. They can use their finger as a pen.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. And
Not so much
I'll tell you
useful.
something, that tattoo would only cost you a finger. Look, okay, so here's how it works. I cut off one of your fingers.
No, I
You get the
understand.
tattoo, and then the tattoo replaces it with a finger that you can write ink with. She pulls back the curtain again. How are they not getting this? We don't know, Mother. It's very strange, Mother.
Anyways,
Mannequins. She pulls the curtain back again.
out of curiosity, and I will pull out the cloak that I got from from the satyr. What would I get in exchange for this?
Oh, in exchange for that cloak, I could tell you where the castle is.
Oh, well, in that case,
If that's what you want to do. It's like a pretty nice cloak. Bet it makes you happy. I bet if you held it in your hands, it would spark joy.
would be useful, but we kind of need the information more, or possibly. I'm curious about these tattoos, but
Sure. Well, there's the Masquerade Tattoo. Use that, and once a day you can look like somebody else. Really useful. I can look like somebody else pretty much all the time. Doing it right now. What? Sorry, I'm warming up to you all now. Can you feel that? Can you feel that we're vibing?
Yes, it's your hospitality.
It's
Oh, wow.
amazing.
Yes.
Hey, you didn't drink any of the Boggles tea, did you? Because that stuff is pure poison.
no,
Okay, great.
No.
Quite honest about it, actually.
he
Good
was.
for him. He didn't used to be. So once again, there's these tattoos here, and she shows you it's like a ton of tattoos. She's like, these are all spell rot tattoos. Basically, you name a spell. If I think that I can do it, then I can tattoo it on you. You get to use it once per day. I will not, and I mean this, I will not do a protection from evil and good
Oh, I
for
can.
you.
I can do
ever.
that on my own.
Well, don't do it in here.
Good to know.
That's rude. Don't do it.
That could be.
And now I
interesting.
see you're thinking about doing it, so don't do it.
No, I was actually thinking of what spell I could possibly add to myself.
Sorry, I don't like that one. I don't like that spell.
I'm,
Yeah, I mean, you want to shoot fireballs? You get that once a day. Boom,
I already
fire.
shoot fireballs.
Well, then don't get that one. You know, or get it, and then you can do it once a day and not cast it. You know, just use your tattoo.
Now this is any spell, correct?
You know, up to an extent, yeah. What spell are you looking for?
That's what I was thinking of. Implement.
Just once a day.
Right.
And I don't do
That's-
anything from another plane of existence, okay? If you're like, oh, I want to use Dunamancy, you take that, you go over to the House of Double M, okay? And that doesn't even exist on this plane.
Oh, that's
you-
perfectly fine.
You find that weird Firbolg, and you talk to them. Like, that has nothing to do with me. You know, so if you want something from there, forget it. You know, if you want something from Eberron, no. Do you all know what an Eberron is? Of course you don't know what an Eberron is. It is disconnected from the material planes, from the whole cosmology. You have to find it in the deep ethereal. These are things I know. What do you know? She points at Carrie.
You just
Tallulah is just like
stuff that I now know. Thank you.
Blew your mind, right?
Tallulah is just like staring at you, just completely like agape, just like information.
So let's see. What else can I get for you? There's a barrier tattoo, but that uses protective magics. It's like if you don't have mage armor, oh, you've got mage armor now.
Well, I have
Let's.
actual armor, so I wouldn't really need that.
Well, that's what I'm
Yes.
saying. You probably don't need that. Let's see. What other tattoos I got? What other tattoos I have for sale? So there's a coiling grasp tattoo. When you use that, you can shoot out inky tendrils and be like, I am Cthulhu. And it'll grapple things. You know, it's pretty fun. Similar, but different. Eldritch Claw tattoo. That makes all your punches magical. And once again, it kind of does the tendril thing. I'm just into the tendrils, to be honest. Tendrils are cool. Do you want to see my collection of tendrils? It's under this trap door.
It's quite all right,
That's
thank you.
not necessary.
Another time, perhaps.
All right. You're missing out because it's tendrils.
Sure. You know, what about a spike growth spell?
Yeah, I could do a spike growth spell for you if that's what you want.
Wait, no, that's a concentration. I tend to concentrate more on my other abilities. Honestly, fascinating things, but hard to choose.
No, it requires when the tattoo's on you, you can cast a spell with no material components, which is pretty cool.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. So say you're tending to die a lot, you could get a Revivify tattoo. Just pop people back from the dead once a day.
That's true.
Cost you.
What if the person who has the tattoo is the one who dies?
Well, then you can't really use it. Then you just stay dead.
Yeah.
If you got something as powerful as a Revivify tattoo on you, though, I wouldn't be charging into battle.
No.
Mm-hmm. These are decisions. So like I said, you could give me a magic item, get your tattoo, or directions to the castle, or my personal preference, she takes out the jar of eyeballs.
What would it take for a tattoo of wish?
It's quite the spell.
You want a tattoo of wish.
I'm just asking. I'm not saying I
can
want
I ask,
it.
does a wish sound like a low-level tattoo to you?
Of course not.
Yeah. You're going to have to talk to some genies about a tattoo of wish. That's beyond my powers. If I could do wishes, I would be doing wishes. Trust me. I'd be doing wishes all over the place. I'd wish for 2 daughters who weren't such mannequins. Sorry, Mother. What are you going to do? I use them for the spells.
Interesting.
How so?
Well, you get 3 of us together and we get spells.
Makes sense.
Works out pretty well. For me.
Actually, absorb elements could be a useful one.
Yeah. Give me your magic item, I'll give you a tattoo of absorb elements. You give me your magic item in an eyeball, I'll give you the tattoo of absorb elements and tell you where the castle is.
I feel like I
bring
need...
me back the heart of the Yethound, and then I'll tell you, where you can get your little legs.
Well, Kane, how about it? Just 1 eye and your magical item.
I feel like I need both of them to see properly.
I'll give you a new eye.
Yeah, but I don't know if that would be of any better use than my current eye.
It'd be way more useful than your current eye.
Yeah, how so?
Secrets, spoilers.
Spoilers.
All you have to do is let me pull it out of your head without flinching. If you flinch, I will kill you.
I think
Seems very drastic.
These are tests of strength and courage. I don't want to just give this eye to anybody, do I?
Very true.
I understand. It's you keep finding out more about this eye, and you're like, oh no, this sounds. What? I might completely die. Maybe.
I'm starting to think the Yethound's the way to go.
Yes.
Well, that's what I vote for. What do you guys think?
No, the Yethound sounds good.
Okay, so you go
I'll
on
come
to the
back to you about the
castle.
tattoo, though.
I'm curious about this eye.
Oh, yes, the eye. It's right here. She takes it out and holds it in her hand and kind of spins it around between her fingers. It's a varnished eye.
Now, is this something that you would have any connection to once it's connected to me, or is it strictly...
Well, it wouldn't be much use to you if it wasn't connected to me. It's part of
So
the
would you
mystery
be
side.
able to see through it or potentially, say, influence the person wearing the eye?
One or the other, maybe both.
I'm no longer interested in the eye. At this time, anyway.
Why don't we go find the hound and then we'll see what happens later.
Great. So what do you want to give me for that information?
For the
That's-
Fomor McGregor business?
Find the castle with the hound, yes.
Well, you just gave it to us. I don't know if you never asked anything in return.
I asked for a magic item or an eye to tell you where the castle is located. Or you can tromp around through the woods trying to find it yourself.
Well, tromping seems to have some appeal. What do you
So
guys
you'll
think?
tromp around through the woods, find the hound, find the heart. Bring the heart back to me, which, once again, tromping through the woods without
Would-
any guidance.
One last question about the eye.
Mhm.
Whoever has it, so if whoever wears it, are you able to influence them in any way whatsoever?
Just one question rather than two questions. That's a better idea, isn't it? I could say I could influence you through the charm of my personality, but other than that, no.
Well, I think tromping through the swamp sounds like a great idea.
I don't know if your friend seems to think it's a great idea, she says, looking at Kari after Kari sighs like that.
I'm okay in the woods, but I get lost a lot.
The woods won't be any safer between here and the castle.
How about some carrots in return? We got a few of those.
Keep coming back to the carrots and...
Hey, they're good for your eyesight.
Tallulah S. Hopper. S stands for strength. I will give you my eye in exchange for the information to the castle.
Ooh.
That's what I like to hear. She, like, comes out from... Like, it's almost like smoke as she comes out from behind the counter. And she takes her true form, which is this nasty green rabbit with long talons for fingers. I want you to hold still, my dear. This will
Of
only
course.
hurt for a moment. It will hurt very badly. And do you have any way of, like, not flinching as she's gonna go for your eye?
I do carry, I just have like a little trinket that she'll like kind of like be fingering the trinket and focusing on the trinket.
Okay.
Other
All right.
than that, I'm assuming it's going to be like a constitution roll
You
or
are
something.
going to be making a constitution save, but because you are using your trinket to feel better about yourself, go ahead and roll it with advantage and see if you can manage to
Sweet.
withstand her pulling the eye out of the socket without flinching.
Well, that becomes a 23.
You feel the talons dig into your left eye socket and just pull your eye out. She looks at it, like examines it in the light, like a fine wine. Walks back, pops it into her jar, and brings out the varnished eye and puts it into your face. Now Tallulah's eyes are mismatched. What color were your eyes before?
Blue.
Okay, so now you have one blue eye and one green eye. And whenever Tallulah looks at you, the green eye kind of looks around, kind of its own volition.
Kind of like Professor Mooney.
Yeah.
Moody, whatever his name is. Had a little too much of this drink. I can't think completely straight.
Well, at least one of you is brave. Here's directions to the castle. Follow her. She knows the way. Now, anybody else want a tattoo? Candy?
You sound cool, but
Perhaps when we come back.
Magic item or eyeball? Or firstborn? Firstborn's still always on the table.
I think we'll have to think about it. But
Because I will tell you, every time I replace one of my daughters, they just keep coming out like these two behind the curtain. I don't know what's wrong with them. Try your best to raise a kid right.
There's been multiple flopsies and mopsies.
Well, yeah, several. Look, I give them balloons, and they're never happy. She pulls back the curtain again, and both of them are just holding a single solitary balloon, looking unwholesome.
Have you tried a kitty?
Why would I invite death through my door?
They're cuddly and fluffy.
You are a very, very brave rabbit indeed. At any rate, follow this one. She now knows the way. Come back. I'll tell you where the eggs are.
And would that be me with the eyeball? No.
Yes.
Okay.
You're not sure if you do know the way, but if you give the eyeball a spin, it will actually lead you to the castle.
Hang on, guys. That way.
Basically, anytime you're about to go off track, you feel like it's like almost disturbing because all of a sudden your vision goes like as like the eye starts looking in the correct direction.
Okay, so it's like it
adjust
does
until
like
your eyes
the
match
compass
up
spin
again.
thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Field Marshal, I want you by me though, because I don't want to actually be in the lead.
No problem. I will. You can shelter behind my shield there, and I'll take the lead.
And occasionally, even though Tallulah, even though it doesn't ever control your mind completely, you will get warnings about danger from the eye as well, as Jenny will speak into her and go, "Oh, not that way, dearie. That way is a green dragon. It will eat you."
Bad. Green, not red. Red, yeah, all bad. This way.
Good to know.
But with the help of Tallulah's new eyes and Jenny, you do manage to find your way to a castle. It is very run down. It is covered with moss. And as you are about to approach the gate, you see a dog with the face of a human on the front of it. You've heard about humans before in scary children's books. Humans are a creature that come into the Feywild looking for adventure, and they mess everything up. Either that or they stumble in there by accident and mess everything up. Just basically try to avoid humans. They're very scary. But this thing also has the body of a dog, which is your rabbit folk. Dogs are also scary. This is two very scary things combined together.
Ugh, two horrors in one.
And Tallulah pushes Field Marshal ahead of her and kind of jumps back behind the ranger.
And
All right,
riding
monster.
riding on top of this Yethound
Oh, great. There's more?
is a white rabbit with black spots, or maybe it's a black rabbit with white
Oh,
spots.
oh, it's him.
Hey,
Tallulah,
him, right?
Kane,
Lieutenant
Kari.
Blackver.
Field Marshal Fluffernuffer. They actually give the quotes.
Oh,
Unlike your
I
title,
heard
my title was given to me rather than made up
I'm duly
How are you?
appointed.
by yourself.
Yes, but
Mhm.
okay.
What do you want here?
We were actually looking for you, sir.
Well, now you found me, sir.
I believe you have a higher rank than I do.
Well,
Versus
I
no
think-
rank at all, yes, in fact.
Actually, Kane is a soldier.
Oh, sorry, kitty.
I
Constant.
think this bunny has forfeited his rank when he stole the Iris Spheroids.
Well, it was either steal the Iris Spheroids or give up my firstborn child, and I quite like my firstborn child. Thank you very much.
Wait,
To
so it was-
whom?
Her. She. Don't tell me Jenny wanted them.
I don't understand what she wants or why. She didn't want the eggs for herself. She wanted the eggs for somebody else.
So you gave her the spheroids.
Yes, I gave her the Iris Spheroids.
Ah.
She already has them.
Perhaps. Why did she send you here?
To get the heart of the
Part of that hound you're riding.
Oh, not my Yethound. And that he pats the hound's head, and the hound goes, "Yeah."
Well. What did Jenny give you for for those eggs?
Oh,
You
a bunch
obviously-
of- yeah, power and influence and a castle.
You're Fomor McGregor now?
Oh, you're looking for Fomor McGregor's castle? That's a different castle. Did she tell you it's the same castle?
She
Does
did.
She told us to find the castle with the Yethound, and I agreed to get the magic eyeball, and this is where the eyeball led us.
Huh? Gotcha. Well, then she was directing you to the Yethound. Hags are weird that way. The voice in your head, Tallulah, goes like, "I hate when I get called a hag. I hate it so much."
Yeah, I'm thinking so much worse than just hag right now, Jenny.
I don't know. I don't know what you want. I wanted the Yethound. I gave you the directions to the castle with the Yethound.
All right. I think we
I
need to-
understand that your final goal is the Iris Spheroids, but you got to do things for me. That's how this works.
Well,
That's just all in Tallulah's head.
And Tallulah's speaking to the voice in her head out loud, so she looks super crazy. You know, right now, I wish I had a holy hand grenade for the crazy bunny lady.
So, what is happening? Says Blackiver.
well, but
I'm
sir.
confused.
Well, sir. Apparently, we've all been had by her.
Okay,
Had by the hag.
gotcha. So,
Hag, 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 hag.
oh, you're hurting my feelings. Okay. Just lots of strangeness here. So, me and my Yethound are gonna go back in the castle. Cool.
Well,
He still stole the Iris Spheroids. I mean, this guy's still like not a great guy, but
yes.
I mean, I think
Now,
we do.
correct me if were we told to actually like bring him back to receive justice or whatever? Words.
I believe, like it was implied. I don't think that the Queen of Carrot Flower specifically told you had to bring him back, but
Retrieval was number one goal. Right?
Yeah, retrieval of the eggs was the number one. Yeah.
and as far as you can tell, the eggs are still hidden somewhere else.
Yep.
I understand. I grew up in the Warren just like the rest of you, and dealing with things outside of the Warren is very confusing. They're all a bunch of liars. They all are chaotic in nature. But on the other hand, castle. I'm gonna take this thing and I'm gonna flip it.
You're also a thief.
Well,
Yeah, and we're here because of your choices. So I say,
I mean, that's fair.
I think we should bring you back to Jenny Cottontail, and you seem to have both of your eyes.
Yeah, I didn't take the ideal. That's some spooky stuff.
Why don't you give up one of your eyes in exchange for information about where she sent the eggs, the spheroids?
Why would that work?
Well, she seems to like eyes. Let's give her one of yours.
Well, I already did my deal with her.
Well, this will be another deal. Deal number
I don't
2.
want to do that deal.
I mean, what if you don't have a choice?
Are you threatening me, sir?
Well, I'm saying that we could drag you there and you could give the eye up willingly, or we could drag you there and you would give the eye unwillingly.
Oh, well,
It
just
would be
fight here and you can pluck the eyes from my dead body, or I will murder all of you.
I'd rather not have to murder. I mean, I'm pretty sure the contest would go our way and not yours. I see Tallulah's there getting ready.
Well, I think that this is going to be a throwdown. And with that, we do finally roll initiative in this game.
Oh,
This
man.
diplomacy is just over.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry the Fey creatures like to lie so much, but, they do.
Yep. Well, I rolled exceptionally well.
Hold on a second. I'm going to pull up. Alrighty. Let me roll for the baddies. Okay. And let's go down the initiative. So, Kane.
27.
Alrighty.
I rolled a natural 20.
That's fair. Kari.
19.
Alrighty. Field Marshal Fluffernuffer.
That's a 13.
Okay. And Tallulah.
I fluffed it up for a 6.
Oh, wow. That's about as low as the bunny folk can... That's about as low as a rabbit folk can roll.
Rolled a 2.
Rabbit folk all get an additional modifier for their initiative that matches their proficiency bonus. So a 6 is very low for rabbit folk. Obviously, the person that you are fighting is also a rabbit folk, and he also did not roll super well, but he rolled better than that. I think pretty obviously Kane is going first here, though.
Yup. All right. So.
Exciting theme music.
Woo! 100 cents is an action. Of course it is. Yeah, this might be a good idea to use this. I will use 100 cents. Okay. So as an action, I choose choose my enemy within 60 feet. I immediately learn whether the creature has any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are.
Whoa.
Okay, is that an action? Or...
It is an action. Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm guessing you want to know about the Yethound? Or did you want to know about Blackamer?
Well, he did give a deal for power, so I wasn't sure if he meant just the castle or if he meant something else. So
Gotcha. So which one are you doing it on? No, he's got a tattoo. That's about what you know.
Yeah. You know what? Let's do the Hound.
Okay. So what information can you learn?
Any damage, immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
Sure. Just damage, right? Not conditions.
Damage, immunity, damage.
Damage immunity is bludgeoning, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks that aren't silvered.
Okay. And no resistances or vulnerabilities?
No resistances or vulnerabilities, just the immunity, which is, it's a pretty standard immunity.
Okay. So, non-magical attacks.
By the way, when you arrived at the castle, it was kind of dark out.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Not complete darkness, but twilight.
Won't be dark for long.
So
Alrighty.
that's your action. You still have
Yes.
a bonus action.
I do. Bonus action, I will designate Blackiver as my Slayer's Prey.
Okay, makes sense.
Yep.
All right, and now it is the Yethound's turn.
Mm-hmm.
And the Yethound begins to howl and bay. Everybody needs to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 13.
Wisdom save. Okay. Ooh.
Wisdom.
All right, which D20 is going to be my savior?
Ooh, terrible. I rolled a 6.
I got a total of 15.
Okay, so literally only Field Marshal Fluffernuffer, because I could see your rolls. Only Field Marshal Fluffernuffer failed. You are now frightened.
Ooh.
And the only action that you can take on your turn when it starts is to get away from the hound as fast as you possibly can.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, you can still take an action once you've run away from the hound, but hazards and stuff you don't care about. Like, you will run straight in a hazard to get away from this thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and just roll a d6 and tell me if it's lower than a 3.
D6. All right, let me roll it here.
I'm just
Ooh,
letting...
this is
'cause
4.
I didn't set up any hazards necessarily, but I want to know if you're still going to run into one.
Rolled a 4.
Okay. You when you run away from it, you are not going to run into a hazard. So basically, the first thing you have to do on your turn is run away from this thing. Then you still can take your action afterwards, but the first thing you have to do is run away.
Okay, I got an idea. Very good.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that is probably going to open up opportunity attacks because you are near both Blackiver and the Yethound. Makes sense?
Okay.
Yeah. I'd imagine you were planning to fight melee when all this was happening.
Yeah, I'd be the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Theater of the mind problems. On a map, we could just say, like, oh, yeah, attacks of opportunity are definitely happening. But you're probably going to get some attacks of opportunity. That's just life. But that is what it does. That is the action it took, was to try to scare you all. It only scared one of you. Kari, is it Kari or Kari? It's Kari, right?
Kari, yeah.
Kari, you are not scared. What would you like to do?
Okay. I imagine that I'd probably be like just behind the field marshal or to the side of him. So I'm going to try to step up and close the gap to where like Tallulah would be, so that she has like a possible double barrier for a moment, if only a moment. But then I'm going to try to do my best to. Oh, actually, I have to ask out loud. Did Kane relay that information, or is it all?
Yeah, I would say he would be like, non-magical
no.
attacks will not do anything to him, to the hound.
Gotcha. I'm gonna try to see if I can knock the rider off. That's what I'm gonna try to go for.
Okay.
So I'm gonna bonus action rage.
Got it. See what you get for an effect.
Yep. And we'll go. So that's a 4. So that magic infuses one weapon of your choice that you're holding. All right. Well, and if I need to, I can throw it, and that weapon now changes to force damage.
Ooh.
Gotcha. Okay, and it's kind of like, when you throw it, does it return afterwards? Is it like a returning weapon kind of thing?
Yeah. The weapon, if it leaves your hand, the weapon returns to your hand at the end of the current turn.
Gotcha. So basically, you could throw, like, if you have 2 attacks, you could throw it, and then you kind of don't have that weapon, or you're probably melee distance, so who cares? But your first action after you've raged is trying to just knock him off.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can get him off the hound, and then
Sure.
attack him again. Depending on what happens.
Yeah. So you're basically going to need to make an athletics check to try to get him knocked off that hound.
Okay. All right.
Because that's a shove, basically. Actually, literally, it's a shove.
21.
All right, and he will try to make an athletics check to not be, or an acrobatics check to not be shoved, because he can choose one or the other. He chooses to try to dodge that.
That is correct. The defender.
But he does not, and you do shove him off.
Awesome.
I am going to make a dex save for him to see if he lands prone. Keep in mind, he's also rabbit folk, so I get to add a d4 to dex saves. I don't even need to add the d4. He's not going to land prone.
Okay.
He is shoved off the hound, however.
Cool. I'm going to take my second swing at him then with the maul.
Go for it. Maul him.
All right. Oh, hopefully that's a 26.
26 definitely hits.
All right. So that's 26. And that's going to be, not the best, but that's 8 plus 2 for the rage. So that's 10 force damage.
Gotcha. So that's 10 force.
Yep. I have a feat that I'm a crusher.
Okay.
I forgot to use this before, but if I hit someone with, never mind. Oops. I'm switching to force damage. I can't do the move. I apologize.
Oh, well, what is the move?
Say specifically a different type of damage. I forgot.
It has to be bludgeoning damage.
Yep. All right.
Fair enough.
Never mind.
All right. So it's 10 damage. He's just going to take the 10 damage because he can see the fear in Fluffernuffer's eyes and he wants to hurt Fluffernuffer.
Okay.
Boop. And if that is it for your turn, then it is time for Field Marshal Fluffernuffer, who has to begin his turn trying to run away. Right. And there are going to be some attacks on Field Marshal Fluffernuffer.
Okay, it's Fluffernuffer's flight. So I run away.
Yep. So first of all,
away!
Yes, the best option.
So first of all, the Blackover is going to attempt to stab you with his short sword.
You have 19 armor class.
Okay. And he does hit with a 21. So far it's 10 piercing damage, but he also has sneak attack. Because as you noted, he's a thief. Which does 16 more. So you take 26 points of damage from him.
Oh my. All right, I'm hurt.
And then the Yethound also takes an attack of opportunity at you. As the Yethound attempts to bite you.
Beat a 19.
They rolled a 24.
Wait, is that natural 20?
Huh?
Yeah,
that's not a natural 20.
Okay.
So when the Yethound bites into you, you do take 12 points of piercing damage, but there's also a psychic ringing in your head that does an additional... I just lost how much damage it was. Cool. Great. It does not tell me. The damage went away. So I guess I'll re-roll that. I said 12 so far, but there's also the psychic damage. Just show me what it is. Oh, okay. It was 12. So 12 more psychic damage on top.
Okay, I am super dead.
Oh, you're not you're unconscious.
I am -11.
Right? Okay. They're not dead. You're just unconscious.
In the death save area.
Okay. You
it's
are
only
going to be
partially dead.
He's only a little bit dead.
Only mostly dead.
If only the rabbits had 9 lives.
There's a big difference between mostly dead and all dead.
And as you fall, the Yethound goes, yeah. All right. For his part, Blackover decides to attack the barbarian now because you're the target that's not dead, and he's not going to just grief Michael's character.
He could choose to do so.
He could.
He could.
I mean, we'll see how he does. But
that'd be pretty mean of me because he could, in fact, just kill Michael right now because he has multi-attack.
Yep.
Well, the barbarian could be the bigger threat, I would think.
Yeah, I would think so.
Rabbit.
Rather than just repeatedly stabbing him because I don't like his face. So first attack.
16 AC.
Yeah, badly misses on the first attack. He's so busy, like, celebrating with his Yethound that he totally misses on his first attack. Second attack is a 14. He's just gonna keep missing you, maybe. Oh, nope. I lied. Last one is a 25. That's 9 points of piercing damage so far. You're gonna half this afterwards, and then 16 more for the sneak attack. So that's 25, but you get to half it to, I believe, 12.
Okay.
Because barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, I always liked you. I'm sorry I'm going to have to kill you now. And it's Tallulah's turn.
All right. So he screamed out that only psychic damage or like
Non-magical piercing, bludgeoning, or slashing.
non-magical. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So magical is going to be fine.
Yes.
Excuse me. All right.
I mean, and
so,
literally, and like it's really just a bludgeoning, piercing. It's weapon kind of stuff, which isn't really
Yes.
for bailiwick anyway.
all right. So who is within radius of Mr. Black and White Bunny?
Right now it is Kari and Fluffernufer. I believe, Kane, you're probably going to be doing arrow attacks. That's usually your thing. So it'd be really weird if you close the distance to attack with an arrow.
I didn't know how far I was between anyone, so
Yeah. I think it's safe to say on your movement, number one, you probably weren't standing next to the guy. Number two, you probably hopped a little bit back for your movement.
yes. I didn't say so because I didn't know how close I was to anyone, so
Yeah, I didn't set it up well enough at the beginning of this. Sorry,
Oh, that's
theater
fine.
of the mind issues.
yes.
You're
Yeah.
a ranged fighter. I feel
All
like
right.
ranged fighter's going to be ranged.
So
Yes.
Fluffernufer is within melee range of him.
Yes, he's within melee range of him and the dog.
Okay. And so is
And so is Kari.
Kari. Thank you. So, and
Dropping
then
a fireball right now would probably not be the best idea if you're thinking of
that's
fireballing.
what I was kind of looking at, but I get to choose where the 20-foot radius is. And I have meta magic where I can have up to 4 people automatically save on the saving throw.
Yes, but that's not
But
going to help an
that
unconscious
still would
person.
not
not
help.
Be very helpful.
No, it would not be. So I'm going to go for my other option.
Great if you're dropping it on a rogue, but not for a monk. Not
Yeah.
so great when you're dropping it on an unconscious paladin.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do instead is, does the dog or Bunny look more beat up?
The bunny is the only one that's taken damage between the two of them.
Okay, and we need to also get the dog.
I mean, the request from Jenny was for the dog's heart.
But right now it is definitely
But now that you're
more
looking at it,
Bunny.
she might have just sent you out to kill this guy because she was sick of him existing.
Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to do Scorching Ray
Okay,
on Mr. Evil Bunny.
sure.
So I get 3 rays. I hurl them at targets within range. He is within my range.
Sure is.
I make a spell attack for each ray, and each ray that hits does 2d6.
Yep. Go ahead and attack him.
All right. So first attack is, oh, that's a 24.
Well, that'll hit.
Second attack, that is a 14.
14 does not hit.
And second attack also does not hit.
Oh, the last attack didn't hit either?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, roll damage for one of them.
12. 12 fire damage.
Okay, he will take that. He has no reactions right now. And we are back up to Kane. Right now, Field Marshal Fluffernufer is on the ground, bleeding out.
Yep,
Also
yep.
with a massive headache, but you have no way of knowing that.
Could use some healing, I gotta say.
Yeah,
There's probably blood
Okay.
coming out of his ears, you know.
probably.
Big ears, big blood.
Yes.
Big ears,
Um,
big blood.
That's the sequel title.
Bunny Quest 2.
Okay.
Well, if
Yeah.
they provide better directions next time, they will not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll have to run up to the field marshal and cast a Cure Wounds. I will do it at second level.
Okay. Go ahead and get up there and cast your Cure Wounds.
Get 12 points of healing.
Oh, thank you. Back up.
You're still prone, but... Hey, and you don't have to run away from the hound anymore, because that was only on the beginning of your first turn after it did that, so...
Oh.
Everything's coming up fluffer. However, Kane has brought themselves pretty much into the combat range.
Yep. I have. So if I back up, I would get an attack of opportunity.
Well, you know that they probably already made their attacks of opportunities.
That is true.
And you can do the hopping thing, so if you use your hop ability, you can probably get far enough out that they would have to close the distance to attack you.
I will do that.
Okay.
So
So
I
go
will
ahead and do your hop and see if it's good enough to hop out of there.
I will roll that d12. It's... Wow, it landed on a 12.
Yeah. You come in, you heal up the field marshal, and you just like gently hop backwards, like kind of doing the Matrix thing, you know?
Yep. And that would count as it still counts as my movement, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, that's part
So
of
I
your
still have my
movement.
bonus action.
You still have your bonus action.
For
what it's worth.
Yes. Let's see here. I still have... Let's see here. Cloak. I don't... Would we be considered in an area that is lightly obscured?
I mean, it is twilight, so yes.
Okay. I will hide as a bonus action with my Nature's Mantle.
So I take that back. It's not like Jet Li. It's like something out of an anime as you hop backwards and just kind of disappear into the shadows.
Yes.
Go ahead and make your stealth check.
Sure.
Have inspiration, because that's cool. Even if it ended up being accidentally cool, I'm still giving out inspiration.
Okay. That's a 13 on the stealth.
Okay. Would have been cooler if you rolled higher. Let me check their passive perceptions. Hold on a second. 13, you say?
Yes. I rolled single digits, sadly.
You're pretty sure the Yethound doesn't know where you went, but you're pretty sure Blackaver does.
Gotcha.
That's life, though.
Yep.
But the Yethound doesn't know where you were, and the Yethound is up next. So the Yethound is, let's see, there's the, God damn. I'm gonna roll a d6 to see if I'm griefing Michael, because it has options.
Yeah.
It's either going to be Kari or the field marshal, and I don't want to
By all means.
I don't want to just pick on you, but you are currently prone. It would be way more logical to attack the currently prone person. Yeah, and it's smart. I'm sorry, Michael. It's going to attack you.
All right. Well, hopefully it won't beat the 19. We'll hope. I hope.
Yep. It's trying to bite you. You're prone on the ground. So it does have advantage.
Yep.
If it gets any natural 20s, I can reset them at least. I can do that.
It did not get any natural 20s, but it does hit you with a 24. Okay. You take 13 piercing damage and 16 psychic damage.
Unbelievable. I'm back down again.
It sees you getting healed up and it goes, no.
No, this is it's whack-a-mole, but whack-a-rabbit. I'm back.
I'm sorry, Michael.
Kane just is shaking his head, thinking, I just got him up.
All right, and it is Kari's turn. You just saw this hound just So like Fluffernutt's like, I'm alive. Bark.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look over my shoulder to Kane and be like, again would be good. Tallulah, if you can, repeat where you were, and I'm smacking the hound this time.
Yeah, go ahead and smack that hound.
That's twice on Fluffernutter. That's not cool. So
Mm-mm.
I know it's doing what it can do best, but let's see if we can stop this. Oh no, 11 to hit.
It's not going to hit the Yethound.
Yeah, that was a bad roll. Let's do the second swing. Please be better. 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay.
I know you're using a magical weapon, and also it's doing force damage now, so.
Correct. So it'd be 12 force damage on that hit.
Okay. And you've damaged the Yethound. And anything else that you're doing on your turn?
If I position myself between the hound and Fluffernutter, I'm not sure if there's room there or not, and if that will give me an attack of opportunity. But that'd be my only kind of consideration, would be to try to move between the two.
No, it's all cramped enough that like you're not getting an attack of opportunity from Blackiver.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can put myself in between those two. Then.
Gotcha. So you're basically trying to make the Yethound attack you rather than Fluffernutter.
Correct.
And also, as a note, part of your movement can't always be to grab somebody and drag them. I don't know why I would mention that. At any rate, Field Marshal Fluffernutter, make a death save.
All right, death save. Is it just a straight roll or is it Constitution?
That's just a straight D20.
Okay, let's see what happens. Ooh, 18, a success.
All right, that is a success.
Excellent.
All right, I'll fill it
One
in there.
success. Keep track of how many successes versus failures you have.
All right, all good.
All
Success tracked.
right. Okay, and Blackiver is going to attack the Barbarian because Barbarian's bad. So here comes some short sword attacks. They did very poorly last time. Let's see how they do this time.
Repeat.
You don't have advantage.
Repeat.
Yeah, that's a... Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a 26 to hit.
Yep.
So 6 piercing damage, and then also the sneak attack damage is 9, so 15, but that gets half for you, so should be 7.
Okay.
Not too bad. You're a barbarian. You can soak this.
I'm doing pretty good so far. Yep.
Yep. That's a 16.
That meets.
Okay, that's a 5 half to 2. And that's a nat 1. So, yeah, not happening there.
All right.
And they field Blackiver says to you, like, I always did admire you. We could always just call this off now. But I will fight you to the death if I have to. And it is Tallulah S. Hopper's turn.
All right. Killer Bunny is going down.
Okay.
The S stands for Scorching, as in Scorching Ray at 3rd level, which means I get 4 rays this time.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. The first ray, 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Second ray, 11 to hit.
Nope.
Third ray, that is going to be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And it's an 18 on the die.
Okay. That'll hit
So
too.
That's
3 of those.
3 of my rays.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be 66 of scorching damage.
Mm-hmm. These are all
Or-
individual, though, so do give
Yeah.
them to me one at a time.
All right. So the first ray is 7.
Okay. So he takes the 7 damage.
Second ray is 7.
All right. So that's 7 more.
Third ray is 5.
All right. Well, he is just going to go ahead and take that damage. because I didn't have the ones that were higher because I was just waiting for something bigger than a 7. He is not quite bloody, but he doesn't look great. It's at that point that you see a little bunny girl stick her head out the window and go get him, Dad! She's either a white bunny with black spots or a black bunny with white spots.
Oh, he has a kid?
Yeah, he told you he had a kid.
Oh, look. The firstborn he wouldn't give up.
Yeah, I didn't realize she was there.
Well, yeah, it's his castle.
Oh, great.
Doesn't affect me.
Look, let's take him alive, and then just give up his eyes to Jenny Cottontail. We don't have to kill him.
We can give her his firstborn.
I don't want either of those.
I'm gonna say
things.
no.
Tallulah, use your in your head. I don't want either of those things, honestly.
Just wants the Yethound heart, I guess.
Okay, and Kane, it is your turn.
Muted. Yay, mute. Okay. Okay. This is the downside to being the semi-healer, which is really funny.
Yeah.
I'm the healer. I have all the lay on hand stuff, but not helpful.
It's true.
Yeah. See, if you had survived more than one round, I could have given you something else that would have helped you. Oh well. Yeah, second verse, same as first.
Sure.
I'll do a first level cure wounds this time.
Okay.
Oh, max. So back up to 9. And then I will hop back again, probably getting an attack of opportunity from someone.
Yes, the Yethound is going to attack of opportunity because the Yethound has a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, so does the Master Thief. They're both going to attack you. They're horrible people.
Okay.
So here comes the bite from the Yethound. Yaff. No. That was only a 14 they missed.
You missed, yeah.
And the Master Thief is going to attempt to strike you. Huzzah for violence. So that's going to hit, though. It's a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
10 piercing so far, and there's also a sneak attack, because you can do sneak attacks of opportunity. So that's 17 more, so 27.
So 27
For
damage,
you.
okay. All right, that is quite the hit.
Yeah. Huzzah! Yeah, Dad! The Yethound, for its part, is just standing there, like, kind of panting, just staring at Kari, but it does not attack. And you healed the field marshal, right?
I did.
Okay.
And I did hop back for 8 and then hide as bonus action.
Yep.
So I will re-stealth.
Yep.
Oh,
So
that's
Kari,
much better. 24 stealth.
Nice. Kari, it is your turn.
Okay. She'll just I guess she'll look at him, the black, how's the name pronounced again?
Blackiver.
Blackiver, thank you.
It's a type of flower. It's also the name of a rabbit in Watership Down.
Oh, okay. That sounds pretty cool.
It's been so long since I watched that movie.
Up later. So I'm gonna say we're here for the Hound, and I'm just gonna go for it again so that he realizes. Yeah, he says we have an out, but he has an out too. He can go back in his castle.
Okay, so you're attacking the Hound?
Yeah, only because Tallulah's doing such a great job with the fires, and we're trying to get Field Marshal back in this, so I'm trying to keep the Hound off the Marshal and everyone else.
Yep.
16 to hit.
16 to hit the Hound, I believe, does hit the Hound.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
9 plus 2 is 11 force.
Ow! Okay.
All right. And then 12, let's see, 19. So,
Also hits the hound.
yep. There we go. That's a little better. 10 plus 2 is 12 force. So,
Okay. Hound is looking rough. And it is the field marshal's turn. I believe that you have hit points again, so.
Okay, fine. I can do something. All right,
Yeah.
stand up. Let's have my movement. I'm not moving. Attack. I'll put it all in the hound.
Okay, go for it.
First attack. Does a 13 do it?
No.
Channel Divinity.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Channel Divinity a bonus action? I don't think it is.
It usually will say inside of it what it is. This is the one that I guess gives you a plus 10.
Yeah, that's the one.
I believe that one uses a reaction.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
All right, so it makes it a 23.
A 23 will hit, yeah.
Okay, let me just mark down that I used it. Okay, Channel Divinity. All right, damage. This is for the +1 longsword that's magical.
Yep.
Damage. All right, it's going to be 10 damage.
Okay.
And you know I'm smiting.
Sure, I figured you probably would.
Got to. I mean, I don't know how long I have on my feet here. I'm going to smite second level. I'm going to use all my second levels in this one.
Sure.
Okay, so that is, I believe, each one's 2d8, right? For smite. I'm looking it up right now. Here.
What level are you casting it at?
So second level, so it's 2d8 and then plus 1d8, so 3d8 total.
Yep, 3d8.
Okay, let me do that real quick. 1, 2, 3. Roll. Come on, big rolls, big damage. 15 more damage.
That's enough to drop it.
Okay. All right, it drops, then...
When you kill the Yethound, the little girl up in the window goes, "Mom, no!"
The Yethound was her mom? Maybe a dog.
Wild man.
Does she look like part dog person?
Yeah, I mean, you might find out someday what makes a Yethound, but...
Interesting. All right, well, I'll be like, Blackover, look, we've killed your dog. Do we really have to kill you too?
You've killed my wife. I'll fight you to the death.
Oh, very well. Can I use my second attack
Just
on it?
because we killed your bitch doesn't mean anything.
Oh.
Okay, yes, you may
Sorry.
make your second attack on him. That is fine.
Okay. Not good. It's a 1, so it fails.
Yeah, that does not happen.
Thankfully, I got bonus action still, right?
Yeah, what are you doing for your bonus action?
Spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I'm serious because I don't know how long I got on my feet here.
Sure.
So spiritual weapon. Let me make sure I can cast.
Because see how evil you all are in a couple seconds, I think.
All right, giant carrot appears behind him,
Sure.
and does it go on my turn or?
Yeah, it's on your turn. Attack him.
Okay, so the giant carrot hits him.
Yep.
I got an 18. Does that do it?
That'll hit him.
All right, it does. Let's do the force damage. Not the best. 4 force damage.
All right.
But it's up there. I got concentration on it, so as long as I'm still up for whatever that's worth.
Yeah. None of you rolled well enough on a Yethound to know how Yethounds are made. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. It's his
That's
turn.
my turn. It was a long one, but it is over now.
No, it happens. Hopefully Scooter's cool with us, like, finishing out this combat. Anyway, it is his turn. As I mentioned, he has a magical tattoo. A sound of rushing thunder fills your ears. Everybody except for Christina, make a con save. So Fluffer, Kane, Carrie, con saves.
I got an 18.
Okay, you made it.
22.
22, you made it. And Kane? You're muted.
17.
Okay, so you all made it, so you're only taking half of this damage. So it's half of 22. It is thunder damage. So everybody near him took 11 damage. And he reappears right next to Tallulah.
Well, I'm out again. Unconscious.
Gotcha. Unfortunately, that is an action, not a bonus action, so that takes up his turn. But he was just trying to, drop a spell real fast and get over to the magic user.
The carrot disappears too. My spiritual weapon is gone.
Yeah.
Mm.
And Tallulah, it's your turn. The man that you've been fighting is standing next to you now.
My friend. The 20-foot radius reaches you, but ends just as it reaches me. So I will not be affected by this.
I'm guessing you're going to fireball him.
I was thinking fireball.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I am going to fireball him. Oh,
Okay.
actually, that was
Do it.
actually not my first one. It's actually going to be a 20-foot radius, like I said, but it's going to end just after him, before me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm casting sleep as a 3rd level spell.
Okay. Go ahead. So basically you roll the d8s and see if you make him go to sleep.
Come on, baby. No whammy. No whammy. Okay, so that one was kind of funky. I'll re-roll that one. Okay, so that was a 1 on that one. 6. Trying to do math here really quick on the fly.
Sure.
41.
That is enough to put him to sleep.
Ah!
Just barely, but is enough.
All
If you
right.
rolled
Now
two
it's time
less,
to
he would still
hog
be
tie
awake.
him. Now it's time to hog tie him.
All right. So with that, the encounter is over. He has just fallen asleep. And you are in the process of hogtying him as the little girl runs out and starts screaming at you to leave her parents alone. And that's where we're gonna end this for right now.
Can we end after I turn to her and say, I'll hog tie you too? And then my crazy eyes start spinning.
The last thing you do here is the hag said, like, if only I'd caught you when you were younger, you would have made a pretty good one of us. And we will leave off there. Fluffer-nuffer, I'm sure that somebody will pop you back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kane,
Still unconscious at this point.
Kane, you're probably going to use a Cure Wounds or something to pop him back up. You can go ahead and do that now before we leave.
Yeah, I'll do a 1st level. Oh, minimum, so 4.
Okay, I got plenty of lay on hands, so don't worry.
So everybody leave your hit points at what they are. In this case, I think Tallulah has all of her hit points.
Yep, I do.
Yep.
Field Marshal, once again, you're struggling to stay alive, and I think Kari's probably nearly bloody.
I'm bloodied. Yep.
Yeah.
I am definitely bloodied.
So leave your
Near
hit
death.
points where they are. You can try to untangle all this horror. When we come back again for what's probably the final episode of Bunny Quest, I hope you all had a good time. I'm sorry, Faye are jerks.
Oh my gosh.
Don't actually say that or the Fae may come after you.
Oh, they may. Okay, so we have probably at least one more episode of this coming up. We're going right into it next week, everyone, that everybody's talking about. But I did want to make sure that that you guys came up with a sequel, it looks like. So once we finish this one and whatever we do with this adventure, we'll have Bunny Quest 2, Big Ears. big blood.
Can I play the cop Betty from Zootopia for that with the blood?
Yes,
Death,
I was just like,
death.
that was hilarious. It was just that was a cool piece of banter. So, and I don't remember. Gray Mouse was mentioning, and I don't remember which part it was. I think I kind of missed where it was, and it said to offer her, but I don't know what you meant by her when it said offer her a lucky rabbit's foot.
That's probably Jenny. She was asking for body parts.
Yeah, I missed the name, so I kind of was like, okay, I didn't know what the name was. So there was some great irony in that. Thank you so much, Gray Mouse, for that. That was amazing. That was very hilarious.
We love you, Gray Mouse.
Yes, so stay tuned and be back next Tuesday because we will go ahead and continue the story, and we'll see what happens. See if this does conclude this adventure or not. We don't know. But stay tuned, and until next Tuesday, make sure and pull up a chair and make time to tabletop.
That was our best one ever.
All those and all the things. Good night, everyone. That was amazing.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.